Welcome back to Grant Park Liquor Mart Education Center, and we've just finished up our Mocha Java chicken chili. We've had beer, we've had chocolate, that's just in the chili, and now Karen Armstrong, Manitoba Chicken Producers, we're moving on to Blue Moon Chicken Bites.
That's right.
All right.
Yes. This particular recipe was influenced by the whole idea of buffalo wings. And when you're feeding a crowd, it can be a real nuisance when you're having wings, because what do you do with the bones?
Get the bones.
Exactly. Wings are fantastic, but this is an alternative if you're feeding a crowd, because with we're making a chicken meatball. And so obviously it's 100% meat.
You
don't
eat
have
it.
to, exactly.
You're
It's
done.
gone, no garbage.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started on that. Typical meatball ingredients. So we've got, these are panko crumbs.
I like the panko. They seem to hold everything together better.
Exactly. This recipe does not have any eggs as a binder, so the panko works very, very well. Cajun spice. We said earlier about the chili wasn't super spicy. This one builds heat.
We're gonna kick it up.
We're gonna definitely kick it up.
All right.
So we've got Cajun spice. We've got some cayenne.
All right.
Again, you can always add a little more, a little less, depends on personal preference.
Perfect.
So that's in there. All right, some different ingredients. Grab a spoon here. I've got carrot, garlic, and green onion.
Okay.
So why the carrot?
Why the carrot?
Exactly, it flavor, texture, adds a
Okay.
little bit of sweetness.
All right.
So that all goes in there.
The market. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that's in there. All right, now I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt to this and some pepper. All right, now, talking about buffalo wings, you need buffalo wings, you got hot sauce.
Right.
So I've got some melted butter here and hot sauce.
Are you just going to free pour the hot sauce? Can you just free pour it
you
in there?
could,
Could I
but-
just free pour it in there?
You could, but then you have to watch that the meatballs don't get too moist, and they don't want to stick together
You
very
can
well.
add. I guess you can probably add that in later.
In
dip
the
it in later.
sauce.
Okay.
We're
Yes.
going to do a
All
sauce
right.
at the end.
Okay.
Okay,
Perfect.
so we've got about a quarter of a cup, so that's in there. Okay.
Do you want me to start stirring this, or you want to put
Yes. The reason I'm putting all these ingredients in before I put the chicken in is because you want to get this all stirred so that you don't end up with lumps and lumps of things in your meatballs that are not properly
big chunk
mixed.
of something in one
Exactly.
meatball?
You
We've
want
all,
it to-
we've all bitten into one of those before,
yes.
right?
Okay, so you've got it nice and
Oh,
mixed.
that smells amazing.
Yes, and now we're using Manitoba ground chicken, nice and lean.
Okay.
The reason that I added the butter is because the chicken is so lean. You want to have a little bit more fat, and it also contributes to the tenderness.
All right.
So I'm going to get this all stirred in.
Should I start taking my jewelry off here?
Yes.
Because we're gonna make these meatballs a couple of ways. You're gonna go the dignified route, the
Yes.
smart route, and I'm gonna dig in with my hands, which I have washed, by the way.
Yes.
So we'll take
I'll
those
just
off.
get this completely stirred. This particular recipe, as I said earlier, can be doubled or tripled. The nice thing about this is once you cook these off, they can be frozen. So again, you know, when you've got some time, make 2, 3, 4 batches, stick them in the freezer, and you've got something that you can pull out in a hurry when people are coming over, or, you know, when you need something interesting for supper.
This one actually makes, did I read 45-ish?
Yeah, between 45 and 55. It really depends on how big a meatball that you like.
The little wee ones.
The little wee ones, I mean, you could go sort of Italian style and make something the size of a baseball, but it's up to you, and it also influences the cooking time.
Okay.
The smaller the meatball, the shorter the cooking time. When you start getting bigger, you're going to need a longer cooking time.
Okay.
So you're going to do hands. I'm going to use my scoop. This is a 1.5 tablespoon scoop. You can get these at any of the kitchen stores, restaurant supply stores. I like the scoop because inevitably when I'm making meatballs, the phone rings, the dog has a crisis, or the kids are having a World War III starts, and you need clean hands. So
The kids aren't here right now, so
you're going hands on.
going hands on.
Yes. So
Plus it's fun.
this is a parchment covered cookie sheet. You're probably going to need 2 of these unless you've got, unless your sheets are really, really big. And these are going in the oven. This size of meatball, you're probably looking at 35 to 40 minutes. You want to test them with your meat thermometer. And for ground chicken, you want 175 with the meat thermometer. Then you know that they're perfectly cooked.
Fantastic. Okay, this is fun.
You're doing fabulous in terms of
Aren't I?
sizing. Wow.
Sometimes I go a little bit because I'm rushed, right? I want to rush through it, but this is fun. This is great. Okay, so we're going to make up a really nice sauce, a dipping sauce for our Blue Moon chicken bites just as soon as we come back on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba Agriculture, Food and Rural Development,